Once upon a time, there lived a young couple who used to travel a lot and would visit the beautiful stores. They both liked antiques and pottery, and especially glasses, teacups, mugs, etc. One day, in a beautiful shop, they saw a beautiful glass. They said to the owner of the shop, "May we see that? We have never seen one quite so beautiful." As the man handed it to them, the glass suddenly spoke. "You don't understand," it said. "I haven't always been such a nice glass. There was a time I was red and I was clay. My master took me and rolled me and patted me over and over, and I yelled out, 'Let me alone!' But my master only smiled, 'Not yet.' Then I was placed on a spinning wheel," the glass said, "and suddenly I was spun around and round and round. 'Please stop it. I am getting dizzy,' I screamed, but my master only nodded and said, 'Not now.' Then he put me in the oven. I never felt such heat ever in my life. I wondered why he wanted to burn me, and I screamed and knocked at the door. I could see him through the opening, and I could read his lips as he shook his head, 'Not now.' Finally, the door opened. He put me on the shelf, and I began to cool. 'There, that's better,' I thought to myself. And he brushed and painted me all over. The fumes were horrible. I thought I would gag. 'Please stop it,' I cried. He only nodded, 'Not now.' Then suddenly he put me back into the oven. But it was not like the first one. It was almost twice as hot, and I knew I would suffocate. I begged, I screamed, I requested, I cried. All the time I could see him through the opening, nodding his head, saying, 'Not now.' Then I knew there wasn't any hope. I would never make it. I was ready to give up, but the door opened, and he took me out and placed me on the shelf. After a few hours, he handed me a mirror, and I could not believe it was I. 'It's beautiful. I am so nice. I want you to remember.' Then he said, 'I know it hurts to be rolled and patted, but if I had left you alone, you would have dried up. I also know that it made you dizzy to spin around on the wheel, but if I had stopped, you would have crumbled. I know it hurt and was hot and disagreeable in the oven, but if I hadn't put you there, you would have cracked. I know the fumes are bad when I brushed and painted you all over, but if I hadn't done that, you never would have hardened. You would not have had any color in your life. And if I had not put you back in that second oven, you would not have survived for very long, because the hardness would not have held. Now you are a finished product to showcase to the world. You are now what I had in my mind when I first began with you. See, in life there are times when we face difficulty and when we face that we are not progressing or we are failing or there is no hope for us. But remember, this is just a preparation for your success. So never ever get frustrated with the difficulties of life. Be patient, try your best, and of course consider all these difficulties of life as a preparation for your next success story. That is the moral of the story. See you in the next story.